Good evening, everyone. We're about to start our meeting here. Thank you so much. This is the Township of Lacey Caucus Meeting, August 14th, 2025. I'll read a short statement. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to Public Laws 1975. Said notice was advertised in Asbury Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Will stand and pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 1, special use permit, Murray Grove Car Cruise Show, 10/25 of 2025.
Jersey Shore Car Shows is looking to host a car and truck show at the Murray Grove Retreat Center on Saturday, October 25th from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. There will be a DJ and a food vendor.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll have to abstain.
Yes.
I'm a member of that organization. Item number 2, special use permit, The Forgotten Room. A, August 31st, 2025. B, October 5th, 2025, and December 7th, 2025.
The Forgotten Room is looking to do 3 outdoor vendor events in their parking lot in those dates that you mentioned. August 31st from 11 to 4, October 5th from 11 to 4, and December 7th from 6 to 10. This will just be various vendors set up in their parking lot.
May I ask a question? What is the Forgotten Room? I have no
It's a
idea.
little shop right over here where Ernesto's painting is. It's a retail shop.
Oh, okay, all right. Did not
Good
know.
question,
Shows you how much I know about
Move it.
retail.
Pretty,
Tim, there wouldn't have anything in there that you would be interested in.
That's why I
So
know
that's
everything
probably why
about
you
it.
haven't gone
it's
there.
a good spot.
It's
a good, it's,
sells stuff that's forgotten.
I'll make that
cool.
move. What's that?
Don't forget about it. Sells
I'll
stuff
forget my
that's
room?
forgotten.
I think I said that to my father once.
You get a motion, please?
I'll move it.
Second, please?
I made a motion.
Second.
I apologize.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All in favor? Good.
I've never done that again.
That is all I have, Mayor. Motion
Okay.
to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Move it.
Second.
All in
favor?
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Holy smokes.
We'll start now Township of Lacey Township Meeting. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to Public Laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in Asbury Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on a bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. We'll salute to the flag and have a moment of silence. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 1, first reading of ordinance 2025-14, supplementing Chapter 79 so as to create the position of Senior Public Safety Telecommunicator.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 79 of the Township Code entitled Officers and Employees so as to create the position of Senior Public Safety Telecommunicator.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 2, Resolution 2025-228, authorizing the execution of an interlocal services agreement with Lacey Township Board of Education for the Alternative Day Program Trust.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the execution of an interlocal services agreement with the Lacey Township Board of Education for the Alternative Day Program Trust. That stands for Together Rising Upon Successful Transition. This is a program funded by the Township Opioid Settlement Funds.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes, and a couple of us just met with the school board, and this has been a very successful program. And, yes.
Thank you. Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes, and with a short comment, I want to thank both of our school liaisons here, Mr. McDonald and Mr. LeRae, as well as Administrator LeRae and Amy as well for their work on this and the good stewardship of those funds that came to us. Item number 3, Resolution 2025-229, awarding a contract for a community needs assessment proposal.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, awarding a contract for a community needs assessment proposal to DBD Group. This is also through opioid settlement funds. The township will perform a community needs assessment. This will be related to public health, mental health, and recreational health.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
yes,
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 4, Resolution 2025-230, renewing membership in the Ocean County Joint Insurance Fund.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, renewing membership in the Ocean County Municipal Joint Insurance Fund.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
yes,
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 5, Resolution 2025-231, authorizing the increase in the bid threshold.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the increase in the bid threshold to $53,000 pursuant to NJSA 40A:11-3C. Every 5 years, the state evaluates the bid threshold, and this year it was increased, so we just need to do a resolution to authorize it in accordance with state law.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
yes,
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 6, Resolution 2025-232, authorizing a Chapter 159 in the municipal budget, alcohol education, rehab, and enforcement fund.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, providing for the insertion of a special item of revenue and appropriation in the 2025 municipal budget of the Township of Lacey pursuant to NJSA 40A:4-87. Like the mayor said, this is for the alcohol education, rehab, and enforcement fund.
Move it.
second,
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
yes,
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 7, Resolution 2025-233, certifying qualified participants for the LoSAP benefits for the year 2024.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, certifying the lists of volunteer firefighters and emergency service squad members who have qualified for the Length of Service Award Program benefits for the year 2024.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
yes,
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 8, Resolution 2025-234, accepting the retirement of various municipal employees.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, accepting the retirements of various municipal employees.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
yes,
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 9, Resolution 2025-235, authorizing a leave of absence, municipal court office.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing a leave of absence for Lisa Tatham in accordance with the Family Medical Leave Act.
move it,
Second.
Mr. Larray?
yes,
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 10, Resolution 2025-236, authorizing a leave of absence, municipal clerk's office.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing a leave of absence for Lisa Monbleu in accordance with the Family Medical Leave Act.
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
yes,
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 11, Resolution 2025-237, authorizing the execution of a deed.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the execution of a deed of utility easement agreement with PKN Development LLC for Block 1701, lots 36, 39, and 40. This is in accordance with their planning board approval, and it is for setback purposes only.
move it,
Second.
Mr. Larray?
yes,
Mr. McDonald?
Yep.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 12, Resolution 2025-238, authorizing the placement of a lien on Block 1633.02, Lot 5.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, accepting the certification of the Director of Public Works concerning costs incurred in the removal of debris and cleaning up of the property located at Block 1633.02, Lot 5, and authorizing the placement of a lien against said property for said costs.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Larray?
yes,
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 13, Resolution 2025-239, authorizing the placement of a lien on Block 191, Lot 6.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, accepting the certification of the Director of Public Works concerning costs incurred in the removal of debris and the cleaning up of the property located at Block 191, Lot 6, and authorizing the placement of a lien against said property for said costs.
move it,
Second.
Mr. Larray?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 14, Resolution 2025-240, authorizing the cancellation of 2024 taxes. Excuse me.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the tax collector to cancel 2024 taxes due on a property granted the 100% disabled veteran exemption and refund the resulting credit balance.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 15, Resolution 2025-241, authorizing the cancellation of 2025 taxes.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the tax collector to cancel 2025 taxes due on a property granted the 100% disabled veteran exemption and refund the resulting credit balance.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 16, Resolution 2025-242, authorizing the refund of deposit monies.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the refund of deposits held for the use of municipal facilities.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes. Item number 17, Resolution 2025-243, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Resolution of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the payment of township bills. This is in the amount of $15,195,568.84.
Move it.
Second.
Mrs. Juliana?
Yes.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes, and I'll abstain on T0035.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes, with noted abstention, R5890. Thank you. Item number 18, monthly reports.
You have a name, I don't have it. All right, the municipal clerk's office for the month of July collected receipts in the amount of $5,541. The municipal court for the month of June collected receipts in the amount of $11,627.69. Road opening permits were collected in the amount of $3,240 for July. Recycling commodity collected in the amount of $1,788. Truck parking in the amount of $250 for the month of July. Municipal docks, $975 was collected for the month of July. And Department of Community Development receipts were collected in the amount of $54,088 for the month of July. Motion to accept the reports is read. Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 19, motion to approve caucus meeting minutes from July 10th, 2025.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And number 20, motion to approve township meeting minutes from July 10th, 2025.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 21, motion to approve executive session meeting minutes from July 10th, 2025.
Move it.
Second.
In favor?
Aye.
Item number 22, motion to approve auxiliary membership in the Anoka Harbor Volunteer Fire Company for Danielle Towie.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Comments from the committee this evening, Deputy Mayor Kennis.
Thank you, Mayor. So one of the items that has been of concern to me, and has been brought up a couple times, is just the, Mr. McDonald actually brought up the other day, and I've had other conversations, is the rising costs of energy prices, particularly electric. So I did a medium dive into it and take a look at to see what was going on. And so I just prepared a short statement on it. So the simple answer is that it's supply and demand, but there's more to it. In our territory, supply has been decreasing due to generator deactivations, think of Oyster Creek, and at the same time, the interconnection queue, which is the process for adding new energy generation into the system, has been stalled for years. This new capacity was mostly solar and wind. It has been stalled for mostly litigation and permitting issues. In addition, demand has been rising, driven largely by data centers. Load growth, the number of megawatts needed, has been relatively stable for a long time at around 1% growth per year. Over the next decade, it is expected to grow about 5% per year. And again, it's been mostly being driven by data center need. So just a couple thoughts as it pertains to Lacey Township. We've said it many times up here, but I'll say it again. Oyster Creek is a viable piece of property that has a lot of infrastructure in place to support some type of power generating option. And I hope that the state and federal permitting and litigation issues subside to maintain that viability. I don't speak for all of us, but I'm reasonably certain that we will continue to support the redevelopment of the Oyster Creek property while ensuring the safety and the economic benefit for our residents. And also, the time frame to enact a transition to green energy, while important, and I do support both solar and wind alternatives, did not seem to allow for a Plan B in the event that the New Jersey permitting process did not pan out, and it hasn't. Those are my comments.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Committeeman McDonald.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to tag in with Mr. Kennis's comments on the energy. This is an article that appeared in the Wall Street Journal on Saturday, and I'll just read you the headlines. How Phil Murphy caused New Jersey electricity prices to soar. Okay, and it's by this guy Tyson. If you read his biography, this is what he does. He's an investigative reporter on energy. You'll be shocked, because we used to get a lot of our energy imported from Pennsylvania. Well, Governor Murphy, in his infamous wisdom, slowed that down a little bit. So we now have that problem, and he was betting on wind and solar and all this other stuff, and of course, it didn't appear. So that's the reason why. Tied in with that, did anybody see the Atlantic City Press this afternoon? Good. Headlines: Holtec to build 4 small nuclear power plants down at Oyster Creek. This is good news. Now, I verified this with Jeff Dostal. They're up in Trenton today, talking to the state. They got to get the legalness going on this. The state of New Jersey doesn't have any for it. Figure the last power plant was built probably in the 50s or early 60s. So they got to change all that. And they've already started the environmental study. So this is very serious. And 4 is going to be a lot of jobs and everything else for Lacey Township. It's just 4 small nuclear reactors. It's the modern ones. I think if you go on Holtec's site, they have a diagram of it. I don't know if they're going to need water. I don't think so, if I remember correctly. But this is good news for Lacey Township. Mayor?
Thank you, Committeeman McDonald. Committeewoman Giuliano.
Thank you, Mayor. We had 78 calls last month for our fire department, again, volunteer fire department. Just want to make a simple notice of saying we lost a fireman in a very untimely manner, and just want to share that our deepest sympathies, I know as a board here, go out to the family, and we're just all broken, and we pray that the family can keep themselves together for Tyler, that's for sure. I also would like to talk about the fact that our Municipal Alliance is holding their 25th year, am I right? You are correct. 25th year of their 5K, which will be next Saturday at Gilly Park. It's held there every year and has been. It's a celebration year, so the more people that come out, the more volunteers we can get, the more people that are there to cheer on the runners. There's people that have run in this race for the last 25 years, so it's a real job put together by Miss Heather Scanlon that puts this whole thing together with her committee, and it'd be good for people to come out and support her. You know, I know that she would appreciate it. So that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Committeewoman. Committeeman Lorette.
Yes, I want to tag on to Mr. Kennis and Mr. McDonald, because this, if you go in what Tim was talking about, they're called SMRs. They're small modular reactors, which if you do a little research, as a matter of fact, I think they're actually even built in Camden. The state isn't licensed for them yet, so like Tim said, it's got to make it through the process. And they're smaller, they put out a lot more energy, so hopefully that's a plus for the town. But I also want to give condolences and prayers to Mr. Tyler Rev, his family, friends, his neighbor. He's a local guy that grew up here, his family's here. Some of his family actually even works for the township. He was tragically taken from us just shortly, so my heart goes out to everyone there. Just a couple quick dates. August 23rd, like Peggy just said, The 1 mile fun run does start at 8 o'clock in the morning. The 5K starts at 8:30. Lacey Day this year is on September 27th. The Ocean County Social Services Mobile Outreach Unit will be at the Lacey United Methodist Church on the 26th of this month from 9:30 to 1. And it'll also be at the Lacey Treatment Center on August 28th from 9 to 12. Also today,
Yes.
Peggy, Sue, the mayor, and myself, we got the opportunity to attend a really nice dedication over at the high school. They had refinished the tennis courts, the 4 tennis courts, and they also were relined to make 8 pickleball courts, which has become very, very popular. And the nice thing about this, which I was glad to hear too, is these are totally open to the public, but it was a beautiful facility. It was dedicated to Mr. Charlie Ryder, who had coached and been a big influence on our students for 50 seasons. So it's long coming, well-deserved, and it was an excellent thing to see today. And we missed the rain by about 3 minutes. We didn't make it to the car. The other thing we did mention earlier, Veronica, Tim, and myself, we met with the Board of Education about a week ago. Our liaison meeting was just a couple quick updates on them getting ready for the year. The one thing is the preschool program, which is totally funded through grants, not through the school district. A few more classrooms were added this year. There's 27 preschool classrooms this year, 15 kids in the class, preschoolers. So right now, we're able to preschool 405 preschoolers this year. So far, it's been a very successful program, very, very helpful for the parents and the community.
And there's a waiting list, too.
There's a waiting list. I think they got to cut down to about 70, but these extra classrooms. The other thing that I know probably everybody in this room has heard, there will also be a bond question on the November 4th ballot for the amount of $28,873. This is for much-needed repairs to the buildings and facilities. But with saying that, I'm only bringing this out so the community is aware of it. We're not the board to come and ask the questions of what's going on. We're not the experts on this. Like I have said previously, please learn, listen, educate yourself about it, and then make your decision. But with that said, please go to the appropriate board if you have any questions or comments. I know you'll be here too, but please, they have the answers. And other than that, enjoy the rest of the summer.
Thank you, Committeeman Larry. A couple short comments tonight. And I do want to mention Tyler Webb. We did attend that week. It was one of the more well-attended and respectful services that I have seen in recent or long-term memory. So heart goes out to a young person, and like I said, one person that takes care of people and another person that takes care of animals, a veterinarian, is now deceased as well. So it's a god-awful tragedy. I want to touch base on some of the things that were set up here today. Yes, I do believe small modular reactors, anybody that reads anything on them, they are the future. They have a higher yield output. They are more ecologically friendly. They do not need water to cool themselves, so it will not be using water from the Barnegat Bay. So I do think that that is the future, and I do think that with a higher yield output, that could be a real, true value add. As I talked to Mr. McDonald some of these times, you're going to see engineers start to come back here. This is going to be a value add for our community. It's going to impact every part of it. So I'm excited for that potential, and it'll be even cleaner than it was last time. In that regard, I never boil this down to a personal story because it's the people seat, but I was on the phone with a major company, was not one of our utilities, was not New Jersey Natural Gas, not JCP&L, and I asked about a precipitous rise in the rate when I opened the invoice at my home. I live right behind ShopRite over here. And what the lady on the other end of the phone told me, usually you're used to maybe getting massaged a little on the phone, maybe not the whole truth. This lady, very matter of fact, said, "Oh, you, Mr. Curtola, you reside in 08731. That's correct, since approximately 1998. We only have barely 30,000 people. We have defined that as a quote, non-competitive zone. Therefore, we have no bargaining power. We're not Toms River, Lakewood, or Bricktown. It was all, since I've been up here, since the people have been good enough to put me up here for 12 years, I have never dropped to anyone. Hey, wait a second, I'm the mayor. I want an answer for this. Never. And that was as close as I came because it wasn't just me. I'm thinking other people on the phone in our zip codes here in Lacey Township as well. So in that regard, before that happened, I have called New Jersey Natural Gas. I reported the other day, I invited our senior presidents from our two senior communities, and the VP of NJNG will meet with us downstairs. I want to thank publicly the work that Amy and Veronica did, and just helping schedule that and forwarding emails and giving us the boardroom downstairs, the multi-purpose room. So I'll report back to you, but there are programs and there are eligible things, regardless of your income, that can help ameliorate some of this. And I do think a new governor will put Ocean County on the Board of Public Utilities. It's time we get a voice and they don't just take tax revenue from us, that we get something for that in return. I'll talk really short. First thing I want to do, and I hope he's not embarrassed or ticked off at me, a guy I have a lot of respect for up here, Tim McDonald. It's his birthday. So I want to say happy birthday to Mr. McDonald.
I was wondering if anyone was going to say it. I was going to say it at the end.
I was going to hope they wouldn't, but that's all right.
He's going to joke around, but he's a good guy. He's got a great family. He's a good guy.
Thank you very much.
Good guy. I'm going to close tonight with something I've been trying to work on since New Year's. It's Film Ready New Jersey. The long and the short is so 5 little short things we have to do, but if somebody comes here to shoot a movie like Steven Spielberg just did in Cape May, that's money in our coffers. They buy everything from deodorant and toothpaste to maybe build a short movie set or shoot in one of our parks or at Popcorn Zoo, but they shoot and then they leave and then they pay us. So I'm researching it, I'll present more about it, and I'm hopeful that goes through. But at the very least, I called the Harrington Group, and they're going to take a portfolio of pictures from the different highlight parts of our town, and we can put them on that TV, on our website, because I do think it's a postcard of a town with a very elite geography that offers everything from farms to beaches. So it's a destination. It will continue to be a destination. With that, I will close my comments and open it to the floor. No comments tonight, Deputy Mayor.
No.
There's comments.
Wait, raise your hand.
Let Heather go first. I know her from the show.
That's not a good thing.
It's the people's microphone, Mrs. Scanlon. It's all you.
Take your time, Heather. Get your paper together. We just spoke about you before you got here, so you know. Yes, it was.
You have to listen to the tape.
Yes, we both mentioned your.
Oh, okay,
event.
all right. Well, as you know, I'm usually here this time of the year to promote our 5K race.
That's right.
But this year is really a special year. Did you mention that?
Yes, but go ahead.
Okay, so I don't have to say it again, but it is our
Yes, you can.
25th.
Talk about it.
And what makes us remarkable is that we have had 25 continuous years, because some races didn't get to have an outside race, an in-person race during COVID, but we managed. We were the first one in the entire state that year to have an in-person race when everybody could finally do it. So we were very proud of that. We have a lot planned for this year. We're making it more. We'd really like to encourage participation from the whole community, not just spectators who come to see the runners run, because we've been told that runners really like to have people cheering them on, that's their most popular races that they like to come to, is when people come out and cheer them on. So we are making a plea to everybody, if they can, to come out. I know they need to know where it is. So people who do not know or live in the area where they're going to go through Oakfield, they can also come out along Manchester and Western Boulevard, of course, between 8:30 and 9:30. But we're also doing something special. Oh, yeah, so we really want to see people with their pom-poms and their, noisemakers. We hope they'll make signs, too, posters.
Cheerleaders, right?
Yes. So, was anybody a cheerleader in their previous life?
I was, but that's not going to happen again, I'll just say that.
We don't need the tricks, just the pom-poms. But we hope families come out too, because we've also added something special this year. We're going to be having some, I guess you could call them arcade carnival games for kids that are going to be on the field, and they'll be there from 8 to 11. So we're having all kinds of things. Let's see, duck hunt, the kitty high striker, putt master golf, balloon pop, all those fun things that you did on the boardwalk. And also, the most popular is a foam pit.
Oh, I like that. A foam
What?
pit.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
It's a foam machine, and it produces foam, and the kids run around in it, and it's really fun.
Is it yours?
So we really do hope everybody can come out. Of course, we have our 1 mile fun run, which is 8 o'clock.
Right.
So parking can be an issue. So if anybody wants to volunteer, they need to be there before we close the parking lots down. This year, we hope to have over 500 runners just for our 5K, and then we have about 40 for our 1 mile. And in case you guys can't do the 1 mile, you can always come and do the kitty dash. So we really do hope everybody comes out this year and just makes it a special thing, because it's very special to us. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Heather. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments this evening? Ms. Middlestorff? Good evening.
Good evening. I have things to pass out. I'm here to talk about our Revolutionary War history. And if it's not something that they have to go along, but I want to share with you, I'm going to try and talk loud, not on a microphone, that I made. This is the first draft.
Thank you.
I would say to the microphone if you could, only because Tom won't get the
Yeah, we gotta
information.
record this, so.
I will.
All right, good.
Okay. So what this is a first draft of a deep dive into our history.
Thank you.
I did the first format, and there's a reference, the white thing sticking out is a reprint from a book that was published at the 125th year that mentions these topics.
Thank you.
Try not to read along while I'm talking now. This is great.
Okay, I'm going to read when we get home.
What I want is full attention. And Mayor, this one is specifically for you, which is the District John Lacey,
Oh,
which
fantastic.
unfortunately doesn't have anything to do with the Revolutionary War in Lacey. So, sorry about
Thank
that.
you for this.
Sorry about that in advance.
I'm a big fan, thank you.
All right, so I prepared a kind of overview, and I'll try and get through it. Here we go. So the principal events occurring in Lacey during the Revolutionary War center around Forked River and Cedar Creek, which is Lanoka Harbor. Our stories includes local activities, loyalist raids, notorious Tory guerrillas, and combining historical records, local anecdotes, and military reports, we are able to paint a vivid picture of regional warfare and its impact. This feels like a high school project, by the way. Okay, so, well, the end result is I hope we can share this with our high school and our elementary school kids. During this period, the coastal and pine regions became contested spaces where community loyalties and guerrilla tactics shaped the conflict's outcome. In 1776, we had a formation of the Forked River Militia that played a critical role in defending the area and was led by Samuel Brown, Captain Samuel Brown. The militia manned and operated a gunboat, which they built in Forked River. The name of that boat was the Civil Usage, and it was stationed on Forked River and patrolled Barnegat Bay to counter British forces that would be that would come in and steal things. So during the war, the Pine Barrens and coastal areas were hotspots for irregular warfare. Both sides engaged in ambushes, raids, reprisals. Economic sabotage was prominent. Smuggling operations known as London Trade disrupted local economies and supply lines. In the Pinelands, smuggling and survival often trumped the ideological loyalty, and lines were often blurred between loyalists and patriots and neutrals. So just know that we were, and this is, our events occurred toward the end of the war. So in 1779, Tory raiders burned Captain Samuel Brown's home and schooner, forcing his family to flee to Woodbridge, but he remained in charge of the civil usage gunboat. Loyalist threats included pine robber John Bacon, who emerged as a prominent Tory raider, leading to violent attacks on local patriot homes and militia, including the massacre on Long Beach Island and the destruction of Samuel Brown's salt works and the Battle of Cedar Creek Bridge. Between 1780 and 1782, John Bacon's raids escalated, and when he killed Lieutenant Joshua Stutson of Toms River, and then the ambush of Cedar Creek Bridge, where Bacon was wounded, but he escaped. And that was the last land skirmish of the Revolutionary War. How am I doing so far?
Good.
In 1783, John Bacon's death at West Creek Tavern is recorded as the last death of the Revolutionary War. So Bacon's transformation from obscure laborer into feared raider underscores the chaotic personal nature of the war and the rural pinelands of New Jersey. And this overview is all we've uncovered to date. I have stacks and stacks of research. If anyone has any questions, I'm here to answer them. We're looking for other groups to join and be proud partners so that we can continue this research and celebrate not only this coming 4th of July with a huge 250th of our country, but our celebration in Lacey can continue on until 32, because our events, I'm sorry, is it 32? Yeah, it's at the end of the war is when we had our skirmishes.
Carol, do you want to share a telephone number or an email address so any of our
My email's on the
residents-
bottom of that.
No, But
With
not
the-
all
with
the
the
town
world?
has that.
Amy, do we have some stuff on our website related to this?
We have the link to the Revolution NJ website.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, let's see if we can get it
We'll
up
run
there.
it through, if they need to get in touch with you, we'll provide
Okay.
it instead of putting it
So,
out there publicly.
yeah, so what we're looking to,
Personal
what
stuff.
my team is looking to do, we're independent, and what we're looking to do is to coordinate with, in town, with schools, to be able to disseminate this so that we can do presentations at the high school or in all the middle schools and grammar schools and try and get people really excited about what's going on. I had a meeting today with Tim Hart. I just have to mention this, and it's a little bit contentious, that the reenactment that occurs at Cedar Bridge Tavern, okay, is the Battle of Cedar Creek Bridge. So Tim Hart thinks it happened there. All our history books and on that white piece of paper I handed you has it happening here, including Salter, happening here. I've done research at the archives in Trenton, happened here. So we're all gonna do it together, and it's exciting that we have something that is controversial that we can say, oh, did it or didn't it, and what do your notes look like, et cetera. So,
As long as it doesn't create another war.
well, that's what I was talking to him about
I
today.
don't know if you know, up at the mountain,
Yeah.
there's the old foundations to the canyon launches, like where the canyons were mounted.
Okay.
They're still up there at Forked River Mountain, that they were faced to go out to see the ships come in to the, into the bay, into our area. I don't know if you knew.
I don't know that, but we should
Yes.
go out and find that.
Yes, well,
So-
I know somebody that you can hook up with it that
Okay,
can
I'd like to
actually
do
pinpoint
that.
them for you.
So again, this is something to bring in historic tourism. We're on the map with the state of New Jersey. We're going to be included in skirmishes and battles that happened in New Jersey. So if there were Revolutionary War enthusiasts that want to follow where these things happened, we have, this is just the tip of the iceberg, as I say. So I look forward to,
You know, the ages that I'm telling you would be really interested, of children that would be interested in follow and maybe get involved is
Yeah.
really that grammar school age. Because I worked in middle school for the last 15 years.
Okay.
This is not where they're going. But that third and fourth graders, let me tell you something, that might be something that they might want to jump in and help you with some stuff.
Well, this is the Pirates and this,
Yep.
you know, it's a very exciting story. And the
Yes.
fact that within Lacey, we have so much involvement that no one's really celebrated other than a little snippet in a book here or there.
Right.
So the deep dive is going to happen, and I think we're going to take them piece by piece, and we're going to try and coordinate with other Revolutionary War historic groups that are working along the shoreline, and to try and, you know, I have names of all the officers that were in Forked River. I have the people that lived in during the Revolutionary War in town. I've marked them on a map, and it's a lot of work. So we're just starting, but I just wanted to share with you so you had something to talk about as a township, so you know that we're doing our job.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
This is very interesting.
I'll give you a test next time.
Good job. Any other comments this evening? Comments this evening? Additional comments? Good evening, Mr. Sensen.
We'll say welcome back from vacation.
No, I don't think you will. I'm not optimistic about that.
She's got it. We're good, Tom. Thank you.
First, thanks, Tom. Regina DeSenza, Sunset Drive, Sunrise Beach. Item number 3, Resolution 2025-229. Could I get more explanation, please, about exactly what the community needs assessment is? Because we got a very abbreviated and quick explanation. I'd like a little more
Via
detail.
our opioid settlement funds, there are
Right.
program, you can only use the money on certain items, and all the towns and the county will tell you they're having a difficult time spending the money.
Figuring out how to use it right.
Right, and part of the Municipal Alliance Grant Program is also to do a community needs assessment as well, to see what are the items that we might be lacking or focusing too much on in the community as it relates to mental health, physical health, those kinds of items. You know, whether it's recoveries, rehabs, whether it's assisting the schools somehow with programs that we could partner with, those kinds of things for that, whether it's sporting items, mental health, like I said, health,
But it says a contract for community needs
right, so
assessment
we're
proposal. Who's
awarding
doing
the
the
contract to
proposal?
a company
Yeah,
tonight.
and they're going to figure out,
Yeah, so what they're gonna
ways.
do is that they'll put together, it's going out to the community, so there will be physical surveys and, like.
meetings, or,
There will be, once the reports and stuff
Okay.
are done, right, so there's gonna be physical surveys. I'm gonna use the word, not Survey Monkey, but like Survey Monkey kind of things.
Yeah.
That they could do. There's gonna be QR codes that you'll be able to use to answer the surveys.
Okay.
There will be, in-person interviews, it might be, we might interview the superintendent of schools, we might interview,
Okay.
some other influential people in the community that have their pulse on things. We will interview people possibly at the county level, because the County Board of Health just finished a community needs assessment as well, to see what we're lacking in our county when it comes to items that are of need.
okay, interesting. That is going to be
Yeah,
very
so at the county
interesting.
level, it's oceancountyhealth.gov. I was very interested, what I do.
Okay.
Was instrumental in it. It's on that website. It's about 108 pages long, and it takes a deep dive into different zip codes. So if you want information,
All
take a
right,
look at it.
well-
But this will be Lacey-centric.
All right, now I have another question. Someone told me there's going to be a special meeting next week to talk about electric rates.
No, there's going to be a meeting downstairs. with a-
In this building?
With a
Yeah.
select few individuals, where it's not going to be a discussion of rates. Rates are set by the BPU.
Right.
It's going to be the dispensation of educational materials. I'm going to share initially with our senior villages.
Oh, that's why the seniors told me about it. Okay.
So it's,
Pheasant Run.
I can't fit 400 people in. I'm taking a couple of senior board members.
Okay,
and
so
then
it's
we're-
not a
It is not
municipal
an
meeting.
open-
It's a
correct.
special
It's
meeting
just-
for the
it's-
seniors.
it's-
Okay.
It's not it's a meet and greet. They're bringing their education. I'm going to leave it at all around the town, including the library.
And
we're
it's
gonna put-
next Thursday?
In the AM,
the-
yes. I'm taking
in
time
the
off.
morning?
Yes,
What time?
10 AM.
But it's not open to the public.
That's correct.
I know other people that will go.
But It's by invite only.
They invite only.
Yes. So
This
what
person
the-
didn't understand
What the
that.
mayor did is that he reached, so New Jersey Natural Gas has numerous programs out there for energy efficiency programs. They've been in contact with the mayor that they would like to present their programs. So he reached out to the senior community to start with them, and that they will provide packets and information that can be distributed to the senior community, and we will invite them to other meetings to highlight the programs that all of us can possibly jump on and try to get more energy efficiency at our home.
Right, so you're anticipating like the boards of Pheasant Run,
Yes.
Toll
Yes.
Brothers,
Yes,
that
that-
kind of thing?
yes.
Seabreeze, all right.
And then
That's
eventually, it would, again, if they want to come to the Municipal Alliance meeting, the luncheon, they could do that.
Right.
We can have another
Got it.
community forum if New Jersey Natural Gas wants to do that as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a public meeting of the municipal body, because that's the way this person made me understand it. And I'm like, I don't think so, because I haven't heard about it other
Well, we
than
know
from
we never get
this
this
person.
information on either side of the times.
All right, well, can I ask if anyone watched the July 17th Board of Ed meeting? Because I just watched it last night because I was away. All right, 'cause I was
Not
off
yet.
grid.
Not yet.
And I got bits and pieces from people, but I was able to watch it on a speeding Amtrak train coming up from Washington last night. So I was rather dismayed with what I saw. In addition to the fact that I think you heard the Board of Ed wants a new referendum in November? Okay, well,
I mentioned
this,
it.
okay, right, but that was partly mentioned at the July 17th meeting, but a parent came forward to report an incident of incompetence at the school district. It was just unbelievable. A nonverbal autistic student was denied services indirectly by the school district due to the failure of several people to properly communicate with the parent. The board was advised of the inaction and did nothing. My education credits are all in special ed, and it's a fact that a student with certain difficulties can experience setbacks in their educational process when it's disrupted and absent for over 10 weeks. That is a significant lapse of instruction. I was hoping the parent would come forward here tonight because I heard she emailed you folks too. Well, anyway, she went on at the July meeting. You need to watch it. I'm just imploring you to watch the July meeting.
Yes, I know I got an email.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay.
They all got
I
emails,
know we
including
got
myself.
an
All
got
right.
an email. I did reach out to see what I could find out. It's a student matter and pretty much.
Oh, it's confidential, no
it's a
doubt, but she
confidential
went
student
public.
matter, which pretty much that was the end of.
I understand, but she went
Yeah.
public, and what she told me yesterday or the day before, she got a judge's order on Friday, and the child will finally be getting instruction. But no one should have to go through what that parent went through, and I believe there is an extreme amount of incompetence right now at the school district. Now, the other thing is the taxes, the referendum. You know, the new referendum is being touted as at no increase to the taxpayer. That's BS, because the Board of Ed already took your tax money twice at 10%, which equals 20%. And they want more for their very neglected repairs. The school district is not financially sound and needs a complete revamping and reorganization. And the first problem, in my opinion, is the acting interim superintendent, and the second problem is the board itself. Okay? Putting off vital repairs and letting go nearly every entire maintenance and ground staff has ruined the district. And the township committee should be extremely concerned about this because it's dragging down the whole community. Okay? Anybody has any questions, I can tell you what went on for the last 10 years, personally.
Any other comments this evening? Sir?
You have to pull it from the bottom there.
Yeah, I think
onto
unscrew it.
Right in the middle.
Rich. That's it.
Same with the car seat, everybody breaks their knees and their hands in my car.
Okay. All right. My notes here. Okay, so. Where are my glasses, John? I have a question. I'm going to start off with a question. Can someone explain to me what has happened to the minutes and resolutions from 1933 and 1934?
They are in the safe in the back. If anybody wants to come and look at them, let us know and we'll pull them out.
Okay, well, there
The
was,
resolutions are printed in full in the minutes in those years.
okay, that's very good, because there's an Oprah request that was out there that was denied and said items do not exist.
Well, the record that you're looking for, there was a specific record. It's not in those minutes.
How could the Township Committee have accepted a gift of property without a resolution authorizing it? It's not
From
possible.
1933 or 34, I can't answer that, and I don't know what the law was back then as to how they did things.
Right, well, maybe we need to go in there and go through the
You
minutes.
just give us, because
Yeah.
it's in the archives, just give
Okay.
us notice and we'll be more than happy to pull. Amy, do we have them scanned?
We have some in your scan button.
Okay, because we might be able to
Okay.
send you the scanned
All right.
copies. But if you physically want to look at the books, let us
That's,
know.
we appreciate that, thank you very much.
You know, Mr. Bennett, could I just add one thing?
Yes.
I would say you would be, or whoever the party is that wants that document would be very fortunate if we have it, because depending on the nature of a document, governments are able to, through what we call a DARM process, in 2 years, 3 years, 7 years, 9 years, to shred, just because that's what you're allowed to do. But if we have it, we'll give it.
Right, but I would assume if you're getting property given to you, that these archival items would be at least retained. I would just assume there are certain things that you would do as a government body. Anyway, that's just my assumption, but, okay. So my second comment is this. I didn't speak at the last meeting because I was totally flabbergasted by comments that were made by Mr. McDonald and Mr. Curtalo at the last TC meeting concerning the school. Okay, the first thing was about the test scores. Well, I'm going to explain to you why the test scores matter. First of all, our schools are rated by those test scores. So if we have a student who happens to be above average and they want to get into a better school, they won't even get an opportunity to get a chance to go into that school because the school is so poorly rated.
You are absolutely.
Excuse me.
No,
I am
I'm not gonna have
speaking.
this. No, you are absolutely dead wrong. There's not a single college in the world that looks at standardized tests.
I
Period.
didn't say standardized test. I said the ratings of the school district are based off of that. And I'm speaking, and I don't appreciate you interrupting me.
I don't care what you say.
And would you please conduct the meeting, Mr. Mayor? So the scores matter because if students want to get into a better school, and the schools are rated by those scores, I can tell you this, our kids don't even apply to the top 20 colleges because they know they won't be able to get in. The guidance counselors will even tell you this. But you need to stop gaslighting the community and saying that it is important because you're looking ridiculous and you're making us look ridiculous. Things need to change. I've been fighting for this for a long time, and I am very knowledgeable on this. I go to all the meetings,
Good for
and I
you.
listen,
Good for you.
and I do my research.
And so do I.
And I'm going to tell you something, we're doing a disservice for our students, okay? And with the amount of taxes that we have been increased over the last 2 years, we have a lot of demands that we have every right to ask for.
Didn't say you didn't.
Exactly. And you people should be the ones who should be fighting for us. That's the real big problem. You've sat here and have remained silent during all of this over the
Whoa,
last
wait
2
a
years.
second, wait-
Let me, no.
Okay, go
You
ahead.
can talk about afterwards. So, the other thing too about the school's poor rating is it affects all of our household values. People do not want to move that have children to a town whose schools are poorly performing. This is, you could look at this, you could talk to real estate agents about this. This is an issue that has to be addressed, and we're not going to give up on it. It needs to happen, because this is about accountability, fiscal responsibility, and you as a government body doing what you need to do, and finally standing up to the plate. I'm sorry, we just cannot continue it this way. It just can't, okay? 2, I do have serious questions for Mr. Curtalo and for Mr. Kennis. What are you running on for reelection? Because you never spoke out about the mammoth tax increases by the school district the last 2 years in a row, which is taken as you have condoned what they have done, and pretty much said so by that outrageous letter that you sent to the Board of Ed, giving them a green light under the disguise of whatever is best for the children. It's all hogwash. Nothing at Lacey Township Schools is ever done under the guise of what is best for the children. It has always been about the adults. And the way they treat parents, especially that poor Ashley Meyer, and I was at that meeting, who has a child who is majorly autistic, is beyond disgraceful. The way she was treated at the meeting, not only that, when I was speaking and apologizing on behalf of the town for what she had to go through, the superintendent tried to interrupt me and say, "Can we just move on?" He has no right. He's just an employee. How dare he interrupt a member of the public who is addressing something that's a major issue for, and this isn't the first time this has happened. I have a parents group. I can't tell you the stories that I've been told by parents who have special needs children who have gone and had to go through a nightmare with the school district. It isn't right what's happening. I'm just saying. So, you refuse to speak out and you support this mess of a school district. And we have and condoned their outrageous spending habits and lack of accountability. You did not speak out against the $92.5 million referendum. You took $1 million from the MUA reserves to give to the school district, money that should have been returned to the ratepayers, not the legally allowed tax-paying agency of the school district. You were all in favor of doing a massive building scheme with Johnson Controls and would have been okay with it if it hadn't come in at over $80 million, which would have increased all of our taxes majorly. What you have given us is higher taxes, more overdevelopment, more traffic on our roads. Houses are going up for sale everywhere. My neighbors across the street and the house next to me have both put their houses on the market. They have lived here for 4 years and 3 years. When they moved here, the taxes were low. They are now much higher. This is a shame. You, as a government body, should have been standing up there and fighting for us about what is happening at the schools. You know, they have had years and years and years to get their house in order, and we are being held accountable. We are having to bail them out for their mistakes, and that is just not right. It just really isn't. So, the one thing Lacey had going for it was low property taxes, and now that has all gone down the tubes. You continue to support selling a historic property in our town, the Charles A. Smith Memorial Hall, given to the citizens of Lacey, which was to be kept and used for social and educational purposes. There's a total lack of integrity on this issue, and integrity is key in my book. And this is also a moral issue on following the conditions of a gift. And I don't care what your thoughts are about it, there has to be some moral authority. If there isn't any moral authority, then we might as well all just give up. What are you running on? What have you improved? All we have gotten is a lack of leadership, higher taxes, more overdevelopment, more traffic, and the quality of life has declined. Hardly anything positive to run on. Then you tell us that the people elected you and you feel that you have the right to do whatever you want. Wrong. You are elected to serve. Yes, serve we the people, and not the other way around. And yes, I'm bloody mad. You, Mr. Cotterlo, could have shown leadership during this year's school board budget fight, and you could have supported the legally allowed 3.5% tax increase, but you said nothing. This is not representing or serving the will of the people. And who wrote that outrageous letter to the Board of Ed that was read by Mr. Larray at the budget vote meeting? There is a huge disconnect between your actions and what the people in this town are concerned about. I ask the citizens of Lacey this question: are you better off now than you were 3 years ago concerning your life here in Lacey? I think every single one of us will probably say no. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I'm confused. You're telling us that your taxes are too high, yet you're asking us to hang on to an old, dilapidated eyesore of a building that is a loss of about $100,000 in property taxes per year. So I don't know how you can complain about your property taxes and then advocate to hang on to, in that particular instance, that one building. In addition to that, I support all the economic development that has occurred along Lacey Road and Route 9 since I've been in township. I've been here my entire life. I've sat on the planning board for 30 years now, and not everything has worked out perfectly, but I am more than happy with the businesses that have chose to make Lacey Township their home. I could not imagine this township after Hurricane Sandy without a Home Depot or a Walmart. So as for the record of the traffic, yes, the traffic comes along with the increased business. I'm happy to have that business and those jobs.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to add, some of the things you've said, I've kept my mouth shut because I have respect for you. I think you're an intellectual, Rich. But what I will say is, you have opinions, but facts are stubborn things. So I'm going to go through a couple things. Deputy Mayor Kennis and I have been up here the longest. It's been about 12 years. Right now, the property values in our town, and any zip code you go to, are the highest they've ever been in their history, despite 7% mortgage rate. We're 86 square miles. The majority of our township is completely built out. We will never, and I want to be on record here on recording, never look like New York City or have skyscrapers. We are built out. We are a protected Pinelands community. Houses go up for sale. They're off the market a couple of weeks later. I have been vociferous to the point at great detriment to myself, asking, I wasn't going to bash my colleagues at the schools. I've been asking, and I was very clear, there needs to be accountability. Property value goes through how good our schools are and how they're rated. And I have been above board in saying that. You said I don't attend meetings. I have school liaisons that do attend the meetings. I have attended the meetings in the past, and I have already attended one this year so far, and this year has several months left. I am in contact with school board members, in particular Mrs. Claus. There's an open door policy. We talk to each other, and let's talk about some of the good things that Mr. McDonald said last time, too. You know, we had 23 kids get an associate's degree that left that school. If they're not applying to Harvard, maybe they don't want to attend Harvard. There's other schools. Maybe some kid wants to be a plumber. Maybe a kid wants to go to Seton Hall or Rutgers. Great schools. So there's good here. It's not all negative. I'm proud of the work that Mr. Kennis has done on his board. Mr. LeRae, and all of these good people have been here a combined. The LeRae family, since the 1850s, there's been more public service done by people up here. So I want that to be noted for the record. Volunteer for our boards. Be there for our schools. Overdevelopment, go up north, then you'll see overdevelopment. Our roads, okay, there's some more traffic, but I will tell you, comparatively speaking to legit cities with our property, you keep bashing our schools, yet there's so many houses that are $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, $1 million. I heard Committeewoman Giuliano say a couple of meetings ago, we have what? How many single-family homes? 12,142 approximately. Committeewoman Giuliano reported a couple of weeks ago, and she's right. And I'm sure. And you talk to any realtor, why aren't they earning money? It's because nobody wants to sell. People like it here. There was 76 houses on the market not long ago. So I take personal exception. I fear nothing. If I call out behavior, I want to be judged the same way I judge others. I will help my schools. I call schools out if they need help or something, and we're there for them.
Okay, but you weren't there for us.
Come to the microphone if you're
I
going to speak.
asked you to go. We had a phone conversation.
Yeah.
You said to me, I can go along with that 3.5%. When I texted you and asked you to go to that meeting and state that, you didn't even bother to respond. You know what? You are not defending the taxpayers. 70% of the households of this town do not have children in that school. We are bearing the brunt of their failure. Now, I am all about top education. What irks me the most is that we are paying a huge amount of money and getting for the schools. And I'm just going to say this because Regina can tell you she was on that school board for years. I've helped people get elected to that school board. I know what's going on. It is not good. I have asked you to take a more active role because it's the hugest part of our taxes. And I am very passionate and angry about this because nobody, not one of you, got up there and stood and said for the people, what you're doing isn't right. Of course, you can't tell them what to do, but just the authority of who you are as the mayor of this town, I'm going to tell you, if you had come to that meeting that night and actually spoke and said what you told me on the phone, I'm guaranteeing you that vote would not have passed, because it would have been going against the person who leads our community. That is what we need, leadership. Now, the school has problems, and I agree. You know what? The people that work there are half the problems, because the teachers actually had the nerve to confront me afterwards. We were talking about the test scores. They're part of the problem. You know what has to happen at that school? The teachers have to start educating the kids the importance of those tests and the importance for them to do well so that the school will rate better. It all comes from the culture at the top. I've also heard you hear members say and support the present acting superintendent, who is a disgrace in my view. And I'm going to tell you why on a number of levels. There was a post online on Lacey, New Jersey, where someone had wrote about Mr. Zielinski. There were hundreds of responses by people in this town, students and parents, saying what awful experiences that they have had with this man. But he is still sitting there as the superintendent of our schools, and if the person at the top is bad, everything below it is going to fall. Now, I had a conversation with the board president after, I think it was 2 meetings ago. We had a very heated conversation, actually, where she's saying, oh, the public wants us to come together. I can tell you this, we're never coming together. She's a micromanager, and I look at the macro picture, which means if you're a school, you're part of the town. You have to look at the impact of what you are doing to the rest of the town. And that isn't happening.
You didn't hear Committeeman LeRae and I say, you seem to intimate that I'm afraid to say.
I didn't say you were afraid.
Listen.
I don't know why you didn't.
Committeeman LeRae and I have said publicly, okay, I'm not going to speak for the other people up here, but I know that Committeeman LeRae and I have said publicly, I'd like to not go into your pocket at all. I'd like a 0% tax increase, but I'm not going to say hi to Dorothy and the Munchkins because I don't live in Oz. I live in 08731. So you asked me to call the county superintendent.
You did.
I gave you my cell phone number. I have been to meetings over there. I have talked to our school representatives over there, and I have talked to our school liaisons over here. I talked to Mrs. Claus a couple hours ago at an event. So there's no lack of communication. You come to us, again, I respect you, that's the people's microphone, but you're at the wrong meeting. You're at the wrong meeting.
Look, I'm going to tell you.
I have advocated for taxpayers during the fire.
You guys were talking
Businesses-
tonight about asking
Come on,
questions.
Rich.
About asking questions at the school board. They don't answer your questions. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, it absolutely is ridiculous. You get up there, you say stuff, nobody ever answers anything when you have a question. You know, they lied to us the last time about the referendum, about the cost submissions. They would not release them when they lied. They said that they couldn't. Well, they were. We got them from the state. Lawrence Township posted all this stuff online. They are dishonest. And if you are dishonest at the top, it's going to work all the way down to the bottom. And you can't continue, and I'm just saying this, to keep putting your heads in the sand while this is affecting our town.
Rich, I'm not going to continue to beat a dead horse. What I told you is the truth. There's a conversation in front of 30,000 people in our town. Twice, I said to not only members of the school board, but Acting Superintendent Zielinski, have a contract with the people. Now, this was said in a private meeting, but I said this to you a number of times when you're up at that microphone, I'm sitting in this chair. I said, talk about every 2 weeks or even every quarter, what are you doing? Are you convening a curriculum committee? What are the steps you're taking? Make it public. You have a footer on an email that goes out to 3,700 students. You've heard me say this. Progress report goes out. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Bidnick. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Curatola. Here, this is what we're doing this week. This is what we're swapping out in study hall that week. They can do that. Now, I don't know if they did or not, but I said, just start with the communication and tell the people, you're going to go into their pocket, then you have an obligation to tell the people what they're getting for their money. That's a legit, it's not a criticism, it's advice.
You're absolutely right. Now, I have been
And I did
asking,
that.
one of my proposals that I have given to the school board for the last 10 years is that they open their committee meetings to the public. There we will get all the information that we need about curriculum development and everything else. Do you think that they would do that? No. We have asked for them to give the vote back to the people on the school budget so we can have a say in it. Do you think that they would do that? No. Do you think that they would put through, when they're doing their contract negotiations, that they attach performance evaluations to the educators in our school district? Do you think they would do that? Absolutely not.
And now you're getting into union discussions. Maybe the union won't let them do that. And as
Well, you know what?
As Mr. McDonald said astutely a number of times, some of this we don't have control over. When the state says, or an insurer says, we're going up 38% in 1 year, we got to swallow that. It's hard to do that. As
You don't
our
have to
workforce
offer,
ages-
you do not have to offer insurance for the family members. The employee can pay for that. Okay, let's be clear about
Well, that's
this.
to a union.
negotiated,
It's
though.
negotiated.
And it has to be
Rich.
negotiated. But you know what? No raises. If you have no money and the school district is broke, and they have been broke for the last 7 years, do you realize that they negotiated 2 contracts with raises in there when they didn't have the money? Technically, that is an unfair labor practice charge when you're dealing with a union. And I know all about unions because I ran a union organization. And I know how to deal with unions, too. You hire the best labor lawyer in the state, and you take them to task. And you know what? We're at a point where we don't have any choice any longer. There isn't anybody fighting for the taxpayers in this town, except for maybe me and Regina and a few other people.
Well, I respectfully disagree with you. Everyone up here has been amazingly eloquent. We've stood up strong and straight. We have attended meetings, both liaison and school board, and we have furnished.
You have?
Yes.
I was at the budget meeting when
Recommendations.
they voted, and I didn't hear one member of this township committee get up and state that this increase is too high and it's going to be a huge economic burden on the taxpayers of this town. Not one person did that.
Rich, I got up and spoke that night, you referred to that.
Yeah, you read the letter.
I read that letter, and it's just like the comment I made earlier. Okay, we all have opinions, we all have ideas. The one thing that I find very, very frustrating in the few months that I've been up here, or the 6, 7 months I've been up here, is I constantly hear, we're not getting the answers we want. We're not getting answers. I want answers. There's a lot of answers out there. Sometimes we agree with them, sometimes we don't. It's the nice thing about this country. We all have opinions. Sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. And you never heard me say that I was in support of what they were doing. But at the same token, it's like, I understand the frustration why everybody comes here, because you're right, you're not getting answers to your questions that you should be getting answers to. I agree with you, but we're not the experts on their end. So we don't know, and that's why even tonight with a few things, you almost hesitate bringing things up like the bond referendum. That needs to be known that it's out there.
Yes.
But it's like I always say, learn, listen, and try to get the right information out of the appropriate people. We try to do the same thing. We get frustrated too at times.
Oh, I'm sure.
But that doesn't make us the villains. And the thing is
I'm
you-
frustrated. You have to realize,
Yes.
totally frustrated,
But-
because I don't feel that you people are representing us.
But we are representing.
How?
Well, let me put it this way.
None of you spoke out. This is the point. All
We
of you
didn't-
had to
We
do.
didn't speak out with what you wanted to hear come out of our mouth.
Right.
And that's what I said. You're gonna say what you want to say. We're gonna say what we think's appropriate or correct. And it's even like, we've had discussions even before when I first ran, right out on these front steps. And there's other people in this room where we've had discussions because you're passionate, you're really good at what you do. And we asked why you don't run.
Why do
And
I
you're-
run?
and you're- because-
I think I explained to you why I
You
don't
did.
run.
You did, because you can say what you want to say.
That is not the reason. I represent a citizens group. I could not be monitoring a citizens group of a body that I'm sitting on. You can't do that.
You can represent those people.
Yes, you can.
especially me.
No, you can't. How could I possibly be sitting on a school board and be monitoring it at the same time? There's a conflict of interest.
You would have a voice.
You would have a. you would
I have a voice.
you
I have a
would-
very large voice.
Right.
People listen to what I have to say.
And people listen to what others have to say too. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just, I thoroughly understand your frustration. I thoroughly do.
Yes.
But,
And there really isn't anybody in this town to fit.
And-
If
but-
I were to run for office, there would be nobody else to do what I do. Nobody has the wherewithal, the passion to come to these meetings, and whether you agree with me or not, I don't care. I just want people to respect that I do what I do because I believe in what I do. And I am concerned about the taxpayers in this town. When I see people, my neighbors leaving who I really like, and they tell me the reasons why they can't afford, and I go on my walks every day, and people talk to me and tell me things. Everything that I speak to you is stuff I am hearing from the public, who you never see, who never come to the meetings because they don't feel like anybody cares, and nobody listens. And you know what? Maybe it's just part of the system, the way the whole system works. And even when you have your meetings here, I have never seen where anybody ever votes no. It's like it's almost kind of like a joke. Like it's always yeah. We never have any disagreements on this body publicly, and I think that that's a problem.
There are disagreements.
I'm sure.
I can assure
Behind
you.
the scenes, but then you're all
I
voting
can
together.
assure
Because
you.
we
I
work
mean-
them out.
Beforehand, and these things
Beforehand,
are all
so
discussed
that we know what
beforehand,
we're
so
doing.
we don't
There's-
come out here and make fools of ourselves and fight
Well, it
in front of
isn't.
the public.
Actually, it's called the political debate process, which is actually very
We've had
interesting
those
to
debates
watch.
in the back,
But see, we
though.
don't, see, that's the
Especially
problem.
during budget time.
The
Rick.
problem is that the people don't see any of this.
Well, I don't think they
And,
need
you know,
to.
I actually enjoy public debate and being involved in politics in this way. I don't ever want to be an elected official because I have my own personal opinions about all those roles. But I do think that, you know,
As
we...
you have your personal opinions, don't, Rich, we all have our personal
You do,
opinions.
but I just want you
to.
to know, when I speak up here, it isn't Richard Bidnick's opinion. Do you realize how many people that I talk to
So
who...
if all those people are there, you're
Right.
always telling us you have so many people. Here's my
Well, I
here's
have,
my
yeah,
thing.
hundreds and hundreds of people.
Okay, and I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying to you, where are all these people?
Well, I can tell you something. When we had the referendum,
I
they
don't
all
need
came.
any answers from over here.
Hey,
I'm talking to Rich.
when we
right
had the
here.
referendum, I was the voice of the anti-referendum. And that voice came out and they
Why don't you
voted.
get these people to run for office then?
No,
I'm
you know
talking
why?
about the Board of Ed.
Let me explain something to you and I'll tell you what people tell me. First of all, with the school, it's such a mess that nobody even wants to put their hands on it because they know it's going to be a thankless job. I hate to say this, but it is. And no matter what you do, you're probably going to get criticized. And there's a lot of people that don't want to put themselves in that position. Quite frankly, they don't. And I respect that. Just like there are people who could never do what I do, that can get up here and stand on their own 2 feet, battle with you guys, battle with the school board. They don't have the wherewithal. They admire that I can do what I do. And you know what? It actually has changed the way things are happening in this town. Because I do feel that people are now more involved and they are paying more attention. They are watching the videos from these meetings like they have never done before. And that is the whole point of what I'm doing.
And I want them to.
Yes, me too.
That's what this
Exactly.
is about. It's about transparency.
Exactly.
Let's close it. You've been up here quite a while.
Right. I just want you
But
to
I-
say, look, I just want to finish with this. I am frustrated. This is not personal, okay? Because this is not personal for anybody. I'm frustrated with the system. I'm frustrated with what is happening. I feel like no one is listening.
Right, but you levied accusations against us, and me in particular, that I take personal exception. Everybody in this town has
Well,
my
I did
cell
ask
phone.
you. We had a phone conversation.
All right.
I asked you to support that. You said, yes, I could get behind it, but when we
I
needed
said
you...
it on TV here. It's
No, but
recorded.
you did not say it at the meeting where it would have mattered, sir.
So this
That's what
meeting
I'm
doesn't
saying.
matter? Okay.
That's it, okay? So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Any other comments this evening?
Oh, that would be a shame, wouldn't it?
He's running out of tape.
I'd like to make a comment too, just so
Sure.
I'll be in the back.
Oh, sure.
Okay?
I just want to apologize to people. I can't run anymore. I ran 14 times over a 20-year period. I just can't. I need my life back. I need my own personal time. And that's why I disappear periodically.
Thank you. Now, Tom.
Come on out, Tom.
Come on out, Tom.
Tom, come on.
Sorry. There's not going to be any camera changes right now. Really not my place to be on camera.
You state your name.
I would say that out of anybody here, I've been to at least most town meetings and school board meetings
Yep.
for the last 20-plus years.
Yep.
I've seen when boards work well with each other, when community comes up to the mic and are trying to get things done. And I would say, I'm back there. There's a lot of words that come to mind. I really love what you were saying before because it's about listening and learning and being open to what is happening in the discussion, being reasonable. Like, you can't come up and demand, and although it may sound like I'm speaking to one person in particular, I wouldn't have come out here if it was just one person in particular. I feel like this is not just here, this is on Facebook, this is everywhere. And I'm not here to, I don't want to be the person up here who's lecturing anybody or anything like that. But I feel like if we can not come up here and try and take your thought, and like, I see people who think that if they just talk about it long enough, that they'll be able to make the person understand. But what they don't understand is that the other person has a thought that they want you to understand. And if all you're doing is trying to make the other person take your viewpoint, you're never going to be able to get any. You have to be able to discuss things and be open to what the other person has, to be able to tell yourself, you know what, maybe I'm the one that's wrong. Maybe I need to change my ideas. That has to always be in the back of your thought. And if never in any of the discussions, somebody, if you look back at somebody and they've never had the thought that maybe I might be wrong, maybe I'm willing to take some constructive criticism, I always say, the one thing I know in my life, I should start over again. I've been wrong so many times in my life that I could never feel 100% confident in anything I say. But the one thing I know for sure, if somebody comes up and says they are absolutely correct and there's nothing, the only thing I know for sure is that one person is full of it. That is not true. You can't be 100% right about everything all the time. You have to be able to accept some criticism sometimes. And again, there's a lot of issues, and I'm not speaking to any one of the issues. A little bit.
It's got to be so frustrating sitting back there.
No, because, and sometimes I'll have students back there, and it is important to present, and I do. Every single person who's come up here has, I always say, there will be that thing in your life that is going to bring you to that microphone, something that you feel so strongly about. It's going to bring you to that microphone. Now, you're going to go out into the world after that, and the people that are going to agree with you are going to come up to you and they're going to talk to you. The people that don't agree with you, why would you pick a fight with somebody on the street? So sometimes it'll give people the false impression that they're absolutely, but the one thing I would say is, you know, we're feeling like some contracts, and I'm not talking about, well, eventually I'll get to school stuff, but some contracts are immutable, like they're magic. Like and I know nothing about what's happening with this donation 100 years ago. But that happened, and he donated something, and the thought that that is more, what's the word I'm looking, it's almost like you can't touch that. That's untouchable. The thought that that is more important, and it's like horrible that we would even think of doing something. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Everybody else
Is-
has had more than 5 minutes.
Is the thought that that is so immutable, and yet we're talking about, hey, you know what? We have contracts with teachers, and we want them to give back. This is my family. I'm supposed to just be like, you know, I have 4 kids. I've had a tremendous amount of, my son just had 2 hips surgeries on both sides. The thought, like, I'm supposed to give that up? Like, and to use words like never and always and every, like, we're not evil. There might be some of us that are. And I might have tendencies every now and then. I might, you know, but none of us are this. And none, you know,
Right.
we're all just trying to get done, you know, make our lives for our families, and to be portrayed one way or the other. And I feel that when somebody says something that's just, I'm not used to conflict. I'm not used to coming here and talking like this stuff. But when I hear those things, I understand the feeling that you just want to defend, and that's why you're all here. You want to do the right thing, and you want to defend people, and you want to do, and sometimes people's opinions are on the opposite sides, and it gets your Irish up. And I was back there, and I was like, oh no, you know, because I think so much in the world right now is rage baiting. Everybody wants to get the other person upset, and again, I'm not necessarily talking about somebody in the room right now. This is the internet. This is the world right now. Rage baiting so that you get somebody else mad, so that, oh, do you see how I'm treated? You know, and there will be cut-ups of this on Facebook, and I'm probably going to be criticized, and I'm probably going to have heck to pay when I get back to school. Notice I said heck, and I didn't use an actual curse word. Which if I'm going to say is, you know, inappropriate for something, you know, now I'm going to have, I have to get it. Anyway, I digress.
Tommy, I hope nobody gives you a problem. That's your microphone. That's the people's microphone.
Yeah, no,
If somebody gives you
I
a
know.
problem, tell them
Well,
to call me.
I've
Tell 'em to call
always
me.
taken it very to heart that I have not just a contract, like you guys are paying the school for us to broadcast, but I also try to, especially, I don't have any kids back there today, but I try to keep things as, you know, well-rounded. And for me to do this, it does give the appearance that I'm having a one-sided thing. So it's like, oh, why was the camera held on that shot for too long? You know, like, I don't want that to be an issue. But it is what it is. I think that was important to say. I just want to see that, and, you know, again, the other thing was, like, evidence. Like, we talk about, oh, all these anecdotal, you know, like, I'm sitting out there, and I'm thinking, like, does anybody do, like, logic and debate, like, anymore? I'm like, oh, like, where's the evidence? You can't just say, people are telling me. And, like, again, I apologize to one person in the room specifically.
Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Do not apologize.
No, you know what? In this world, in the middle of everything, having at least some empathy for other people, and the fact that another person might be feeling targeted, and, like, I feel bad for that. I do. So I am going to say sorry to anybody in the room that does feel targeted by what I'm saying, because That is not my impression. That is not what I want to have happen. I don't want anybody to go here feeling like they lost or anybody coming out of here necessarily feeling like they win. I want the best for these committees, the school board, the township committee, so that not only do I get to go home and eat at a reasonable hour, but that actually things start getting done. And it's frustrating. And I really feel sorry, you know, he must feel great, you don't have to deal with as much Connors, like you must feel, I know you're retired, so like you must be like you're not dealing with it as much as you used to. But you know what, I'm gonna exit stage left because I'm starting to peter out and I back there, somebody get the hook.
I want to,
Tom, let me just say something here. You work with children, students. Guess what? They're going to make mistakes, whether it's on
We
something.
make
And
mistakes, that's the only
and
way to learn.
But that's part of learning.
Absolutely.
That's so don't ever feel bad about that. And if anybody gives you a hard time, let us know about it.
Yeah, and Tom, I actually, as you know, I've had the unique opportunity of when you first started broadcasting these
Right.
years ago when I was on the
Yeah.
school board, which I've already been off of for 15 years. I have to give you a great amount of respect. This is the first time I have not seen the very calm Tom.
Agree.
And
Well, it's frazzly.
I can't even imagine the amount of numbers of meetings and different things you have taped for school board, township committee, different personalities, opinions, and the whole bit. You should be very proud of yourself for being able to hold it totally together for this long. And you
Yes.
deserve a tremendous amount of respect for what you do,
and-
what you do for the kids. And that goes to show the type of person we have working within our town and our district with the children, because it's people like yourself that put out a good amount of the product that comes back and hopefully returns it back to our
The
community at a later date.
thing I want, and actually, respect is nice, and I appreciate what you're saying, but like, the last thing I need or want is like
Recognition.
recognition.
Right.
I just want to get things done. And the thought that somebody, you know, I'm gonna take the hook and get out of here. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks for coming out.
Great work, Tom. Mr. Bender, welcome.
Our closer is here.
Completely different topic. Barry Bender, can I say, like somebody said their address, can I say what I used to say?
Technically, you're not supposed to.
Not supposed to.
Somewhere in Lacey Township. I was on Facebook and I went over to Lacey Chatter, and I'm sure people have seen this, and I was like, why are people posting pictures of pink flamingos in Lacey Township? I was like, what is this about? And this is historic, 3 pink spoonbills down at
They're
the end.
beautiful, aren't they?
Oh my God, but never before and like nowhere else. So they're drawn to Lacey Township, I guess.
Told
But
you it was
I just
special
wanted,
here.
just wanted to point that out because I didn't hear anybody say anything about it, but I was amazed. I thought, I was like, why are these people putting pictures of pink flamingos up
I
on,
thought the same thing. I thought they were
pictures are
flamingos
gorgeous.
too.
I thought they had made a trip to Florida and were like showing off their vacation, you know what I'm saying? But beautiful, 3 beautiful birds. Are they, I don't know if they're
Where are they
Person
down?
Mary Chance.
down at the end of,
Tell
Sunrise.
people- don't
what's the
tell
right,
anybody
the
where
right
they
near
are.
the,
I wouldn't tell anybody.
Oh, okay.
Down
I'm
the end of
Some-
Sunrise
We'll have
area.
somebody going down and.
yeah, no, and I heard that it was like kind of crazy down there, so I'm not going to really
Don't
say.
even
But
bother.
yeah, but it's, they chose Lacey Township, so that says something.
Says something.
Have a wonderful night.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening. Anybody else this evening?
Seeing,
Oh, she got her hand up fast enough.
Good evening, Linda Miller, Forkett River. The first time I came to the microphone, I was nervous. Now I'm nervous for a different reason, because of heated discussions and whatever. But I wanted to say one more thing about the school. Well, first of all, I do really feel that Mr. Bidnick does speak for the people, and that's what he wants to do. So, and I appreciate all he says and does. Now, I don't know if you're, Bob, I don't know if you realize that the preschool that has been going on now for over a year, because it has been funded, that funding will go away. And I don't know exactly when, but when it does go away, then the responsibility for that preschool will also come back to the school and the taxpayers.
The one thing about funding, I just want to say this real quick. That's true with anything in life and in government, because there's a lot of things we all depend on and make budgets on and different things like this. And that's the one scary thing. One of the scary things I hate about government. You can't always depend on them.
Right.
Because what they promise, they change.
Right.
And at any given time, because I'm agreeing with you 1,000%, that program may last for the next 10, 15 years, and yet the next people in charge may change the rules. So
Well, the other part.
I always put it as all we can do is make the best out of a, I don't want to use the same words that were used earlier, but out of a bad situation.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to say about that, when that happened, it did take a lot of business away from the daycares that
the
we
thing.
had in our community, and still have some of them. And so there are businesses also. So I just wanted to make that clear to the public, that this is another.
And that's why it's a double-edged sword. You're exactly right. I mean, a lot of them are picking up the before and after care. But I guess because now that I'm a grandparent, 5 of them, that's between the ages of 3 and 6 years old, at $1,300 to $1,500 a month for daycare. These programs are very, very beneficial, especially in these times we're in, because we're all frustrated because of what things are costing us tonight, because just about, no matter who was talking, people up the mic or this board, it's all because of our pocketbooks right now, and it's hurting. And you're exactly right, but this is a program right now that's beneficial for so many families, because I know, I was just talking to my daughter before. Hers just went up, and it's $1,500 just for one kid per month.
I understand that. It is beneficial for the families and for the children right now. But like I said, it's going to come back to the taxpayers at some point.
If I may, my wife was a school teacher down in Little Egg Harbor. They've had this program, the one that we've just started the last couple of years, for over 30 years. And every year, oh, we're going to cut it, we're going to cut it. The state never cuts it.
Okay, the state hasn't cut it?
No. In fact, they put more money into it.
Well, we'll pray for that.
Yes.
Because I'm all about prayer, that, you know, not the silent treatment.
Moment of silence. Right. Thank you.
I was going to attach, the BPU has approved electric bill credits. Is anyone else seeing this?
For $50?
It says we're going to get the $50 back
$50,
twice?
it's on your bill. It's
In
on your bill.
September and October.
I thought it was, well, I thought it was.
This
I thought it was
article
the August-
says
I thought it
two.
was on the August bill, but. it
Right
could be on
before the
September.
election. It's almost like
Oh,
magic.
a ploy.
An
Oh,
October
yeah.
surprise in
It
August.
says
$50.
It says October and September
gonna
and
help?
October, 50 each month.
Is that going to help?
I have no idea, but my bill's only $72, so.
Any other comments this evening?
Seeing none, motion to close the floor.
Second.
Aye.
Are we done?
Motion to conclude.
Resolution 2025.
Guys? Yo, we're
Excuse me.
it's still going on
Still in
here.
session here.
Resolution, State of New Jersey authorizing the convening of an executive session in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act to discuss matters of personnel, pending anticipated litigation, and real estate.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. LeRae?
Yes.
Mayor Kurtolo?
Yes.
Motion to adjourn?
Move it.
Second.
Move it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No further business.
And we always.